Thanks for staying here on News Desk. Now, the NPP's 510 promises were given a final scorecard of 56.77% by the IMANI assessor. In 2016, the NDC's 540 promises were given a final scorecard of 53% by the manifesto assessor. Now, both parties, according to the manifesto scale, have performed satisfactorily fair. Now, let me give you some more details on this recent assessment of the MPP's promises. When you come to the economy, they have 57.62%. Overall, a total of 162 promises were made under the economy sector, 85 under general economy, trade and industry, 54 under agriculture, 21 under tourism. A total of 41, which represents 25.3% of those promises, have been fully implemented. 101, that's 62.3%, have been partially implemented, and 12.3% not initiated. So here are some of the fulfilled promises in the economy sector. And the first one is that the 1% special import levy will be abolished. Abolish the 17.5% VAT NHIL on selected imported medicines that are not produced locally. Abolish 17.5% VAT NHIL on financial services. Pass the fiscal responsibility law. The Fiscal Council has been established. Financial sector cleanup exercise has been carried out, and further actions continue to date. The ones that are partially fulfilled and others that are yet to be achieve double-digit GDP growth annually for the next 4 years. This has not been achieved. Minimize political patronage of state-sponsored microfinance institutions and facilitate the passage of a consumer protection law. Now, this has not been done. And reduce corporate tax rate from 25 to 20%. This is yet to be done. So then you have some more figures on the economy. When it comes to macroeconomic stability, you've got 77% of that. Economic management from taxation to production, 62%. It goes on and on and on. You can get more details of this in manifesto tracker on the website of IMANI Africa. Now, let me just give you this before I go on the partially fulfilled promises when it comes to the tourism, culture and creative arts sector. Resource and reactivate Ghana museums and monuments. These have been done. Well, fulfilled/unfulfilled. Review and actively implement the culture policy. Construct modern theaters in all the 10 regions. We are yet to see that. Set up copyright office in Takrade, Tamale and Kumasi, and actively promote the conservation of forest to support ecotourism. Well, this goes on and on and on, but we've been receiving some reaction to this from government and the opposition party NDC. And we had some guests on PM Express Manifesto Tracker program Wednesday night.
Evans, our attitude is not to get complacent with these complimentary ratings. This is not the first time. Just a fortnight ago, a couple of days actually ago, the CDD Ghana, in a similar research, in fact, their methodology was different. They went out to the people of Ghana and interviewed the respondents, and it was clear that the MPP had a 15 percentage point advantage over the NDC as far as the citizens' confidence, public confidence in either party's capacity to deliver on their campaign promises is concerned. 15 clear percentage points over and above the NDC. Again, the IMANI Africa's work, with all the limitations that it contains, and I'll come to that in a bit, also suggests strongly that as far as the NPP's track record of implementing campaign promises are concerned, we are performing and doing far better than the NDC did within the same 4 years under review. Far better.
Just 3 percentage points different.
No, 3 percentage point difference in nominal terms is monumental. And our methodology that IMANI uses, they will score maybe the passage of a legislation as 1, which is the higher score.
Yes.
Okay, and then they will pass the free SHS also as one. But I'm saying that we have done the analysis, and it is to a certain extent validated by what the IMANI has done, even within the limitations that it suffers. But even that one suggests that we in the NPP, we have more credibility before the people of Ghana, before IMANI, before your good selves, all the viewers, that when we say that we will do this, the probability that we will in fact do it is far higher than that of the NDC.
My initial reaction, that if I were NPP, I would be very worried, because this is virtually an indictment on their performance. Typically, these global percentages mask out the essential points and essential policies that they've implemented. For instance, take the economy. Very, very huge score for macroeconomic stability. But how do we get the macroeconomic stability? We are debt distressed. They borrowed a huge amount of money. And indeed, the cost of living index says something completely different. So if what you do is to do the voodoo economics and borrow it to show up your currency, you haven't achieved that much. You can say that you said you're going to provide or to stabilize the economy, but the way you do it is an issue. And indeed, if you go out into the streets and you ask people, and perhaps I should also say that this particular piece of work is based on reports, as they themselves said it, government reports, self-serving government reports. The public budget, as we know, NPP is notorious for hiding real statistical data that would change the outlook of the economy, and the IMF exposed them. So again, they talked about annual progress reports written by the National Development Planning Commission. I've been part of that process. The governance indicators are showing that 49%